Out of the way! Out of the way!
Yeah! Everyone, finally here. That's right, the trailer for Godzilla x Kong New Empire just dropped, and there's quite a bit to cover here. Now before we talk about it, let's go over the trailer quick just in case you haven't seen it yet, so let's not waste any more time. A seismometer or seismograph starts detecting Earth vibrations, followed by a shot of a pathway to the hollow Earth, which was where we last specifically saw King Kong at the end of Godzilla vs. Kong. Speaking of, we then see Kong's huge hand burst out of the ground wearing a mechanized glove, or maybe a brace after his last fight with Mechagodzilla and Godzilla himself. There's some beautiful shots of the hollow Earth before we see Kong getting ready to do battle with a huge silhouette he sees through some fog, only for it to be revealed to be another adorable tiny kaiju who deems a strong resemblance to our presumed villain of the film, the Scar King. Dr. Eileen Andrews from the previous film is seen investigating a huge handprint on a cliffside before stating in the trailer that it doesn't belong to Kong. Kong then drops down into a canyon, revealing many kaiju skulls, followed by an intense reveal of the Scar King himself. Anyone else just get chills? This is followed by a shot of Kong running away from a terrifying pack of death jackals, as we see some more reoccurring characters, those being Gia, played by Kaylee Hoddle, who was a deaf actress by the way, truly incredible, and Bernie Hayes, played by Brian Tyree Henry. I really love seeing all these actors and actresses return to play their characters. It just makes the Monsterverse seem all the more connected. We hear our cast discussing that Kong can't beat this new adversary alone, followed by a shot of the main man himself, Godzilla, shrouded in a blue and amaranth pink type of ice or crystallis, as he bursts through the icy and snowy crust of an ice tundra. And look at this reveal! This is one of the big things I want to discuss, and I just can't save it for the end of the video. Now, what is this coloration here? This is one of the coolest things I have ever seen. The last time we saw anything with Godzilla having these colors was the Millennium Era Godzilla, specifically Godzilla 2000. Now, I don't know if this is maybe a reference and it took inspiration from that era of movies, but look at him! His skin's now an ashy radiation burned gray, and this amaranth pink is definitely like a catalyst of something big to come. Godzilla took his ass beatings from Godzilla vs. Kong to heart and said, nah, never again. He's looking bigger and badder than ever and ready to bring it all to the max. This is clearly a new form to power up Godzilla, and I'm super excited to find out the details of this. The following shots are the Scar King wearing some poor bastard's spine as a sash, and another shot of Godzilla and Kong looking like they might throw down one more time. The very last shot of this trailer is all of the hype, as we see what will definitely end up being a Godzilla moment that will be remembered for years to come. Godzilla and King Kong charge forward together, ready to take on whatever poor son of a bitch crosses the two of them, and the trailer ends. Okay, so enough of the pointless play-by-play that everyone's doing. Let's talk about this. I don't think people realize how big of a deal and how big of a movie this can end up being. Like, this can be more than just a summer monster fighting movie popcorn flick. Godzilla, believe it or not, has fought King Kong only 2 times in the past. That being 1962's King Kong vs. Godzilla, and then a few years ago with Godzilla vs. Kong. That's over 50 years since the last time we've ever seen these two on screen together until now. Like, a long time ago, they were supposed to team up in Godzilla Destroy All Monsters, but due to licensing issues, it never happened. Until now. Seeing these two join over a common goal for more than just the climax of a film, it's awesome. Godzilla has plenty of allies, most notably the likes of Mothra and Rodan within the Showa era of Godzilla. Now, on top of them teaming up, we're getting another new kaiju from Legendary for them to fight with. And let me tell you, Scar King looks like one bad SOB. Like bad on the scale of Destoroyah, who, just in case you didn't know, was one of the ones who originally killed Godzilla, putting him into retirement in 1995. Before coming out of retirement a few years later due to Roland Emmerich's attempt at the big guy, but that is a different can of worms for a different time. This is definitely looking more and more like a King Kong type of movie, but that doesn't mean that Godzilla won't be as badass. With this new form and coloration, plus that look in his eyes, the last time we saw Godzilla looking this dangerous was, other than Shin Godzilla, was Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack. And in that movie, Godzilla inherits the spirits of the Japanese people killed in World War II, coming back as pure malice and evil. His atomic fire breath literally causes a mushroom cloud. Yeah, that powerful. So let's hope that Godzilla x Kong the New Empire breaks the days-old curse of showing CG pyramids in their movie and then bombing. And please bring back Mothra. She's my favorite. Please bring her back. Please bring back Mothra. She's my favorite. I want to see her again so bad. And ends up being a wicked Godzilla movie to be remembered for years to come.